Hey guys, it's me, Cupid again. I have schizophrenia. Um, Today I wanted to talk just kind of a little bit about different things, different issues that I have, um, kind of give some stories and things like that. Um, I also am going to announce a unique fact about schizophrenia at the end of this video. So stay tuned to hear that unique fact. You can also fast forward all the way to the end if you really want to. Um, all right, so I know that there's a lot of issues that people with schizophrenia have. That I know we all have unique issues as well. I guess for me, I just kind of want to see what other people have, what other similarities I have with other people with schizophrenia. See if they are similar. So I have this issue. I don't know how many of you might have the same issue, but when I get into fights with people, I feel like it's the end of the world kind of thing. Like, not the end of the world, but the end of the relationship. For me, it scares me, and then I tend to run away a lot faster because of it. So, or a lot easier. So, like, a fight happens, and then I get scared, and then I push them away. Or I'm like, bye, I'm out. Things like that. It happens all the time. It's one of the reasons why I'm still single, because we get into a fight and then I'm like, okay, I'm out, bye, see you later, which is not a good thing. I don't want to be like that. I would like to have a healthy relationship with someone. Um, it's not the only reason I'm single, but let's just say that's a big reason why when I'm dating someone that I'm really into, I get scared that they're going to leave me first and then I run. Um, So for me, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there. If you have the same issue, if it's something similar to that, leave me a comment down below. Let's see what your guys' issues are as well. Issues. Um, yeah, so I know I've talked about this before. I used to use my voices to my advantage. I still kind of do. But there would be certain things that would happen that would be said. I always thought that because it's unique, very unique, that I would hear people's voices and then those things would come true. Like they would like be talking, saying something, and then it would end up being exactly what that person was talking about, and they would say it out loud or whatever, things like that. Um, So I started using them to my advantage. I thought that I thought I was hearing people's thoughts because they were coming true, which I know is a very unique thing to schizophrenia. Not the unique thing that I'm going to announce at the end of the video. Um, but I just, I don't know, I would, like, when a voice from a person I knew would say certain things, let's say about something I said, I would come back with something that would reassure them that I didn't mean it in that way, or I would try to talk to them about what they said in their head, or what they said that I heard. But I do get that it is a common thing for people with schizophrenia to assume that they're reading minds. So it's weird, but I do still believe there's a spiritual sense to schizophrenia. Um, Maybe we don't have the full grasp of what that means, and maybe we're not 100% accurate all the time on what is actually happening. But what if we lived in two different realms all the time? What if we lived in one other realm and this realm as well? Or what if we lived in a past life as well as this life at the same time? And things like that. I don't know if that makes sense to people, but what if the reason why it doesn't look correct to you, like I'm reading people's thoughts all the time, is because I'm also living in another realm. I mean, there could be all kinds of other theories as to why it looks like I'm crazy instead of, you know, a unique individual. So other ways that I would use the voices to my advantage, and um, I would get I would get them things I heard they wanted, like, like if I heard them saying they wanted a certain thing, or even if I heard them saying they would like a certain action or a certain compliment or things like that, I would do that. Um, I would talk to the person that I heard talking about me, would try to like message them, or if I didn't know them, I'd walk up to them and talk to them. Um, I I've always been able to use them to my advantage until the voices turned dark on me. Um, and then, even after that, I still would somewhat, but when they turned dark on me, I didn't want anything to do with anyone, including the voices. So I didn't use them to my advantage anymore. Once I came out of that, I started trying to use them to my advantage again. I'm still working on it. It's a little tricky, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody else do that. If you do, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. I would love to know if other people have that unique trait as well, where the things that they've heard come true, and then they use those things to their advantage. Um, so moving on, there was a point in time where the voices got really dark, and since I was just talking about this, why not go into detail a little bit further on it? Um, the voices got really dark on me, and this was like a couple years into my episode. And every single time they've gotten dark on me. I don't know why, but they have. Um, so this last time, um, they really like dragged me through the mud. It was embarrassingly horrible. Um, they they pretty much made me, because like I mean, before this I always thought I was a unique individual, that I had unique traits, that I was beautiful, that I was wonderful, I was an amazing person. I thought that I was special. Like, I think that everyone deserves to feel like they're special. I thought I was a special person, and they took me and just threw me into this dirt pit and made me feel like I was not that special anymore. And it wasn't even like, oh, they just said some things. No, they made me feel like I was just dirt trash. And all those feelings that I had about myself just went away, and I started to feel really insecure again. And I mean, not that I was perfectly secure in myself before, because I will admit, and I think I will always be like this, because I think it makes me human, and it makes me real, unlike some people might be. Um, but I always have my issues of getting insecure about certain things or having issues with it. I would say that I was less insecure, like I was a lot more secure in myself, than I am now. I'm getting better than I was last year, um, or even at the beginning of this year. um, I was having I was lost in a reality up until probably about February, and even maybe a little bit past that, but I finally have come to a realization, that it's not real anymore. Some of some of it, at least, because I know some things actually, like I said, came true. So I have learned what to believe about it for the most part, and I think that this last episode helped me to understand what happened in my last two episodes a little bit better as well. So going through this one helped me to realize what happened in the other ones, and what was real and what wasn't, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, I I'm not in the best place ever, but I am doing better than I was, and that's saying a lot for what they put me through, what they made me believe about myself. It's saying definitely a lot. So I think that I'm gonna cut my video a little bit shorter today. Um, so one unique trait about schizophrenia, and let me pull that up for you guys right now. So one unique thing about schizophrenia is that it typically appears in a person in his or her teens to early 20s. So I'm probably going to do this more often, give you guys some more unique traits about schizophrenia. But with a lot of different mental disorders, there's usually an age range, but for the most part, it can appear at any time. Now, with schizophrenia, the most characteristic age group for people with schizophrenia is between their teens and early 20s. So if it appears in your like late 50s or something like that, it's not unheard of. However, it's not a normal characteristic of schizophrenia, if that makes sense. So hopefully, I'm going to have some more unique traits at the end of videos for you guys. Hopefully that is a good video for you guys. Have a wonderful day, beautiful day, whatever. It's supposed to be in the hundreds here, so I'm going swimming like I did yesterday and the day before and the day before that. All week it's supposed to be in the hundreds, and I've been getting all of my exercise going swimming, and it's been the best exercise ever because I get so much more energy out, and it helps me sleep at night. Also helps with anxiety and other things, so you guys should definitely try that out. Stay beautiful, stay wonderful, stay amazing, stay unique, stay you. And above all else, you guys love yourselves. Peace and love.